The road to the 2013 NHL Draft took me to Halifax for a pair of weekend games as the Mooseheads hosted Chicoutimi on Saturday night and Prince Edward Island on Sunday. And what an exciting environment at the Metro Center in Halifax. But why wouldn't it be exciting? Three of the top prospects in the NHL Draft playing for the Mooseheads, and not only thrilling fans with their brilliant play on the ice, but electrifying the building, because when these guys play, there's no telling what can happen. Now a 13-game winning streak for the Mooseheads. They are showing that they may be the best junior team in Canada. I'm going to begin with Nathan MacKinnon. We've heard lots about him. He continues to impress me. When you talk about grading out a player, it's not just grading him out and putting numbers beside him. It's the indomitable will that he has. His competitive level is just off the charts. I give him a 5, it could be a 6, because he wants to make a difference in the game when he's on the ice. Great shot. He's got a great release. He scored a fantastic goal to keep his goal scoring streak alive on Saturday night from 30 feet right over the shoulder of the goaltender. And when you talk about skating, outstanding, quickness, explosive drive, excellent balance when he cuts into the net, and that's where he wants to go, to the net, to get those scoring opportunities. He's hard to deter, and he doesn't get knocked off his feet. One of those rare players that's able to continue to drive as he's moving laterally. And those are very difficult players to be able to neutralize as they try to make those moves. His line mate, Jonathan Drouin, back from an injury earlier this week, shows no ill effects from it. And on Saturday night, to say he was brilliant, guess what? Understatement. He was simply outstanding with the hat trick. And again, when you talk about Jonathan Drouin, it begins with hockey sense. I consider him at the top end of hockey sense. I said that Connor McDavid was off the charts in hockey sense. This guy is close to being off the charts too. 360-degree vision and awareness of what his options are in the game. If you're playing with Jonathan, you better be aware that he's out on the ice and be ready, because he's thinking of possibilities and options that even though you may not see them, he has. Excellent skating. He's a guy that's able to quickly get off the mark, but what really impresses me with his skating, he's so elusive. He's able to turn in tight, he's able to shake defenders with a shift, and he's able to get to where he wants to get to. Again, with the passing, puck skills, maybe not the greatest shot, but he knows how to have a touch on the puck. He can make plays through traffic, he can make plays over sticks, and you've got to be ready, as I pointed out earlier, when you're playing with him, because the puck arrives where you can do something really, really significant with it. These two guys playing together, people ask, do they make each other better? Yes, they do. Not just because they're skilled, not just because they have dynamic abilities, but also because of their styles. I think that Jonathan helps Nathan because Jonathan can slow down the game a little bit. And Nathan is a guy that is always looking to go 100%. Nothing wrong with that, but by slowing down a little bit sometimes, I think it'll make him a little bit more dangerous. And conversely, when you look at Nathan MacKinnon and that drive, that will, that determination to make a difference, I think that with Jonathan playing with him, that helps him a little bit. If you want to ask me who they remind me of stylistically, Alexander Ovechkin comes to mind when I think about Nathan MacKinnon. And he has those plays that when he gets the puck, you think something magical could happen. On the other side with Jonathan Drouin, I think of Henrik Zetterberg. Just a brilliant mind, the ability to play in multiple situations and to excel. And all through this, you can't forget about their outstanding goaltender, Zach Fucale. Again, a player that for me is at the top end of goaltenders in the 2013 NHL Draft. And he's got everything you would want in a goaltender in my view. He's smart, he's athletic, and he's competitive. When you talk about skating for goaltenders, I'm looking at it in terms of their ability to move laterally, their ability to move out, their ability to move back. But the goaltender needs to have confidence so they're not retreating back into the net. And Zach has that confidence in his skating. A very good skater. Hockey sense, excellent. He reads the play so very well. He understands what the other team may be trying to do, and that comes into anticipation. He always gets himself into positions to make the save. and not in the positions to make the save where he's giving up position, but where he maintains that position, moves uniformly across the crease, and really shuts down plays. Competitiveness, excellent for Zach. And I look at competitiveness not just in the sense of making the save in whatever way you want and not giving up on the play, but those key points in the game. And in the game on Saturday night, Zach Fucale was faced with a critical key point in the first period. Chicoutimi was up 2-0. They had a two-man breakaway. He made the save to keep it at 2-0. If the game ends up being 3-0, it changes the dynamics. That is what Zach Fucale has shown me at every turn. The ability to make those saves at the key times of the game. Reminds you maybe a little bit of Grant Fuhr. They might win 8-4 in a game, but when the games were critical and the critical times arose, he was always there to make the save. I think Zach Fucale has that very similar trait, and I consider it one of the most important traits for goaltenders. Listen, you want to come and see an exciting team, you want to come to an electric environment, come to Halifax, because this team is not only good, but they got 3 of the top prospects in the NHL draft. I'm Craig Button, TSN Scout.